Hello!
Hello.
This title of this video is no clickbait. We release our indie game, our first indie game, next week, Monday next week. And we are very anxious and stressed out if our game will be seen, if the players will like it, how it will be received. And yeah, it's completely new for us because we've never done something like this before. And so this video, we are making this video because we want to give you a little bit of a backstory to this game because we got some questions how this game came to be. And we wanted you to know who this game made, who was the developer. And for us, sometimes it's interesting who made a game and why. And like, so we wanted to make this video. And who are we? So this is Christoph or Chris, and I'm Mimi, and we're married and are from Bavaria, Germany. I think you hear it. we got a lots of comments about my accent, and I'm so sorry because it's like a Bavarian accent, and I think that makes it much more difficult because it sounds so German. And yeah, yeah. So sorry for that. And we are from Munich, around Munich, town in, near Munich. So yeah. So what's our history and what's the history of making this game?
So I have been working on as a software developer and technical artist for about 10 years before working on this game, and was at a company that creates software for um, car displays. And yeah, my big dream was always to make games, but due to that job, I was only able to do this a little bit as a hobby on the side and sometimes for some game jams, but yeah, not really professionally or anything like that.
So for me, it's a bit different. I was a horse trainer. I was always outside and always living adventures, and I had nothing to do with computers and games, and I haven't played any games for 20 years. So yeah, it's a bit strange, I think. So I have to say one thing, please don't wonder, he's not talking as much as I do. And the reason is we're both autistic, and I'm more used to social interactions and talking to people because if you are a host trainer, you're used to it, and I've practiced that. So he's a bit more calm. Not with me, but with other people. Yeah. So we have many problems with normal things and all day normal activities, and many things we just can do together, like cooking or something like that. It's hard for us alone. It's almost not possible. So yeah, after we met each other and got to know each other, we married, and I always had the feeling like he is driven towards game developing. He always wanted to make little games, and then he had a dream, 2 weeks for a game, and I was so sad because I had the possibility to do everything I wanted in my youth. Really, I could do so much, and he never had that. And although I had nothing to do with this gaming world, I wanted to help him. And I wanted his dream to come true. And so this is the beginning of this game, that I wanted him to make a game.
So a little background about why we decided to make a platformer game. Back when I was a child and teen, I really enjoyed playing platformers like the Kirby series and Sonic series, and even some of the Mario games. And those, were games that I really liked back then. And wanted to create my own version of. And
So before I got into the whole horsey and horse training thing, I had played some games, not many, but one game was extremely fun for me. It was like I loved it, and it's always when I think back, I always think of this one game, and it was Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge, and it was I think 2000, if I'm not mistaken, I think. And so I had a bit of understanding for his love of platformers. Frogger was a bit 3D platformer in the old version, but so I could understand him with how great these games could be.
And when I was asked about what kind of character I would want to choose for a game like that, I came up with a Jumpingspider because, well, first they are really cute, and at that point I still had in mind something that is mechanically much closer to something like Frogger with the jumping from field to field, and thought that would really match this movement of a Jumpingspider really well.
Yeah. And so I began to think about it. What could you do with it? How could this game be? What could the levels be like? The mechanics? What could you put in this game? And one thing, I loved Frogger too, as it was. I have to say it. For me, it was 10 out of 10. But I read some critics about this game, and there were some who said the problem with this game was that every level had the exact same kind of mechanics. Like you had always this field-to-field jump, and there was not much variation in it. And I thought about that and thought, oh, that could be interesting. And I had a vision in mind what this game could be. And it was something where every level had a completely different mechanic. Everyone. So so he had not much luck with me because he had to program a completely new mechanic for every level. And this is like so much work. And I had no idea how much work this was because I have no idea about programming. And I thought he can do it because he can do everything. And so I told him my idea and then he had to do it. It's so simple. Yeah.
And on top of that, she also agreed to my way of doing things. That's a little extreme sometimes, and well, that meant creating all the assets ourselves from models, textures, animations, shaders, music, everything. At one point, even I created a custom font for the game.
Oh, yeah.
And the only compromise from what I would have even wanted to do beyond that would be that I chose a game engine that is already made and not custom. But
So he chose the Godot game engine, but he would have wanted to make his own. And maybe he will do it someday. So fortunately, although he couldn't make a game in his spare time while he was working in his regular job, he built really much know-how. So he learned Blender, and for me this thing is just a riddle and puzzling and strange, and I can't do anything in this program. So I sit next to him when he builds a model and say, yeah, here a bit that, and here more, and here no, smaller, but I cannot use this program myself, never ever. And he learned to make his own music, at least a bit. and had a program, and so shaders is his dream job. That's easy for him, but other things are not. And he had to do the animations, and I painted the models because I love painting. I'm always like that. So, but all the other things I can't do any of it. I can think about the ideas, but yeah, cannot make them come to life. So yeah.
So when we started working on this game, then I decided on the Godot engine because that's something I already had used for game jams and yeah, was freely available and open source. So I was at least also confident that if I run into any issues, I would have some way of getting into it and fixing it. Luckily, that was not necessary. But yeah, at some points, I had some things where I thought I would have to change stuff. But yeah, luckily, I found other workarounds for that. And yeah, initially, I did all of this in parallel to my regular job, or mostly during holidays and weekends.
Sometimes evening.
Yeah, yeah, rarely. When I had then I had a lot of energy. But,
yeah.
well, at some point, I kind of was no longer able to do anything after work, so not even on the weekends. So yeah, and well, after some time, I took half a year off to work on the game and also to, relax and, get some energy back. But yeah, in the end, at that point, when I got back into the job, the game was still at a point where it was really short and lacked a lot of polish, and
I had so many ideas left. And I had so many levels in my head, and I wanted them to come true. And so
Also, this is kind of the explanation behind the little confusing name of the game with the day 1 and 2, because at that point, the first 5 levels were done that were telling the story of one day in the life of the spider. And yeah, then we had the idea maybe we would want to make sequels or maybe do it as DLC or simply updates.
Yeah, then I had the idea for the second day.
Yeah.
And then the bonus levels. So, yeah. And then he had to quit his job because we couldn't finish the game and it was so important to us. And he had fortunately saved money so he could do it. And now we've worked on this game 1.5 years full time and have almost finished it now. Like he's optimizing it now, but yeah, it's finished. And yeah, we sometimes we're asked if we have like Kickstarter or Patreon or something. We don't. It's just strange to us to take money from people just to make something. I think we are happy if it sells and people are happy with it, but taking money before that is no. I just can't do that. He can't do it too. So yeah, now the game is almost ready, and yeah.
Yeah, now it's a rather challenging 3D platformer. Or, well, once you get behind it and are focused and know what's happening, it can be really easy. But yeah, we made it in a way that doesn't really allow to just make it or play this while not being focused. And yeah, also we tried to make this as approachable as possible by making the difficulty adjustable. And also, one thing we had a problem with other games was so many games use way too many controller buttons and so on. And well, that gave me the idea to have this concept in mind of what earlier on was the introduction to games for many, like the Game Boy or some
Yeah,
simple controllers, where you have just two buttons, some
Everyone,
directional
yeah.
input and menu button or something like that, and that's it. I wanted to have this game, well, not really complicated in regards to how you control it,
So,
but
yeah,
challenging in the mechanics, but not.
yeah, that's a question we got a lot. Why no free camera movement? And the answer is, the simple answer is, I cannot play games with a camera and character control because I've never done it and I didn't get into it. So I wanted a game that everyone could play from the start. It's challenging, it's demanding, yeah, but it's not demanding in the sense of you have so many buttons and you don't know what to press and you just confuse it. So yeah, that's why we did that. And I know we will get much rage because of this camera. I mean, we put so much effort into every level has a completely different camera angle and camera how it works, and we put so much effort in it, and I hope it works decent. But it's really difficult because someone will always not be happy with it. It's just yeah. And the second thing is we tested this game with people we know, and it was okay. Sometimes they had to practice a bit of it. They laughed, but they loved it and just got into it, and yeah, they could beat the game. And then there were testers, and they said it is a rage game. And I really don't understand because I played some games and I love challenging games. And I played Kingdom Rush in the last weeks and months. And for me, it almost was not difficult enough. And I thought I like challenging things. Like it's from my horse trainer mentality, and I don't know. So sometimes I thought this is not a rage game, but for some people it is. So be warned about it. But we had a child who played it, and she has ADHD, and she was really good, and she sat hours in front of this game, and we were like, oh, okay, that is amazing. But yeah, so one thing that's really difficult for us, and it's a reason why we are making this video, is marketing. And I think many indie developers struggle with that, and it's for them it's the worst thing ever. Like you love making games, you love to see the progress and everything you build, and then you have to go in front of people and talk about it and try to say how good it is. And you feel so bad about that because you never like to say, hey, we made something so great. So yeah, we struggle with it extremely. Like it's absolutely not our thing. And I tried it on X. So I tried to write comments and like things, and but honestly, like not just engagement baiting or rage baiting. I can't do these things. It's not my world. It's nothing I'm used to. So X was a bit a shock for me because I never was on social media before. I kind of read something or watched YouTube, but nothing like social media, no Instagram, no TikTok, nothing, because I was always, outside. So it was a shock, and it's something I don't really get used to it. And very nice people, very nice indie devs, super understanding, and nice streamers who want to help you. But there is a strange vibe sometimes, and everybody has to market their own game because otherwise no one will see it. But it doesn't feel normal anymore because it's so forced. So that's it's difficult. And then we tried it with YouTube and Shorts, and I did my best, and my accent was a problem. And we always got the first comment was like, oh, you're German. Oh, this is the most German English I've ever heard. And I was like, yeah, I know. I tried. And I always wrote these comments. And sorry, guys, I have a Bavarian accent. I cannot put it away. Sorry. So
And we are not a big company.
it's almost solo dev because he does the things and I can't do it. I can't do shit because I have no idea how this works. I'm just creative, artistic. That is all. So yeah, and because we have nothing left, we have no ideas what we can do to get eyes on this game or to, yeah, get people to know what this game is about and why it was made, understanding about this. So we made this video. This was the reason why we decided to make this video, and I hope we didn't bore you. And yeah, sorry then for that. So you know the story about us, about this game, and we would be incredibly happy if some of you would like this game and would have fun with it. And we are so happy about every wishlist we get on Steam, and it's a project of our heart and soul, you could say. So we put everything we had in this game. So yeah, if you could help us in any way by sharing or reaching out or in any way, you can write us on X or per email. We always try to answer everything. And yeah, so I hope some of you will like it and will have something from it and will hopefully enjoy the nature vibe of this game, because it's like a very colorful, sunny game. It's not depressing. It's non-violent, or at least non-violent. No blood or something. Nothing like that. And it's, yeah, I know people have arachnophobia, but it's not creepy. The spiders are not ugly. They are not disgusting and not creepy. They are really cute. And we have no arachnophobia mode because they are too cute. We cannot cancel them. So, yeah, I hope it's okay. And yeah, that's everything we know, I think. And much thanks to all of you who watched this video and help us out. And yeah, then bye.
Bye.